it's just not worth it dealing with someone else every single day of your life. Every day. Every day you gotta deal with somebody. Is marriage even worth it? It's not.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So guys, I bring you this viral and controversial video of a beautiful black woman complaining about her beautiful marriage, the marriage she claimed is perfect. According to her, she said that her husband give her everything and her husband take her out. Her husband often take her to travel around the world, but then she's not happy in the marriage. And guys, this is sparking a lot of controversy because it is a very recent video. People are mad at her. It is also very important to note that she's a child-free woman in a marriage. She have been married for 7 years, but she has no child. So I feel like that is the agreement between her and her husband. But still, she's still feeling very empty and unhappy in the marriage. Guys, this is so very controversial. It is blowing up on social media. A lot of people are accusing her of cheating on her husband with another man who everybody believe that she is in love with, but because of her marriage she cannot be with the man, so she's feeling trapped and unhappy. So I'll let you watch some of the replies and people's reaction.
It's just not worth it dealing with someone else every single day of your life. Every day. Every day you gotta deal with somebody. Is marriage even worth it? It's not. It's not. At some point you're gonna realize that it's always best to just be alone, because I've been married for about 7 years and I don't even know if this is worth it. Like, and not saying that there's anything necessarily wrong. There's nothing wrong, and that's the point. Like, I don't even know why I'm upset. I'm just like not thinking that I made the right decision. Like, and I am a good man. I do. And that's not the point. The point is, it's like, you really do lose yourself. You lose your sense of individuality. You lose your sense of peace. And this could be even to a good man. Like, you're gonna lose something, and I don't think it's worth it. Like, at all. I've always had a dream of, like, getting out of my hometown, like, city, and moving on, like, moving forward. Like, life is supposed to be experience. Like, we're supposed to be doing new things and traveling and all that, and I do all of that. But at some point, like, I don't know if I want to continue doing this every single day of my life. Like, always checking in with someone, always having to consider their feelings, it's always somebody else. You're never alone. Like, you never have a moment to yourself. You never can do that. And I don't know, like, and there's gonna be some bitches out there that say, like, oh no, you should not. No, like, be fucking weird and not a realized couple. But I really want girls to know, like, even if it's absolutely worth it, I don't think it is. Even if you found the most perfect man, it's not worth it. It's not. Like, it's always gonna be best to just, like, be alone. And maybe that's why so many men tell older women they're gonna die alone and be so sad. I'm sad with a great man. Like, maybe it's just, like, not my personality. And, like, I know girls are out there and they're, like, dying for, like, a relationship like mine. Like, he takes care of me, but, like, I'm sorry, like, I can't even really barely deal with myself and my own emotions. Imagine somebody that you know for such a short amount of time, because you're never gonna know that man like you think you do, and that's just not in a negative way. Like, I just don't think marriage is for me. And I'm tired of it, and I don't know what else to do, because this is like imagine living a fairy tale and it's nothing like you you've imagined it. You're living your literal fairy tale, and it's not what you want. It's not what you want. It's not what you want. Even if you think that you want it, even if it's exactly what you dreamed of, it's still just, I don't know.
That the reason why this woman is crying on the internet about how she don't want to be married anymore is because she getting bent over and cracked by another dude. So I'm gonna offer a female perspective on this particular individual's video because I saw it. I watched all 4 minutes of it. I think I watched it twice just to kind of understand and listen actively, really listen. So for those who ain't come across her video, this chick is sitting in her car crying about how she regrets being married. She doesn't want to be married anymore. And that she is tired of having to consider another human being and think about their feelings, this, that, and the third. Then she continues to say that he is a good man. They travel, they experience everything. Oh, by the way, they don't even have fucking kids together. She don't have no kids. Her byline says she's childless. So I go into the comment section, and sure enough, like clockwork, as expected, you know, the women are validating her delusion. Yeah, sis, you gotta pick yourself first, sis. And I'm like, I can tell you've never been married before. Because when you are married, it is a partnership. It's two entities becoming one. You are one voice, one sound, one decision, one household. And the fact that this chick is like fixing her mouth and was like, he's a good man. He hasn't done anything wrong. You couldn't afford him the common decency and respect. The respect as a human being, the respect as a man, the respect as your husband, to have that conversation and say, hey, I'm not happy. I am not happy. To go to counseling or go to therapy to unpack why you are not happy in this relationship. No, let's not do that. Let's go prop the phone up in your car, go ahead and do the crocodile tears and post it to the internet without having that conversation with your husband. And I really feel for the husband. I truly feel for him because he probably doesn't know. And I wouldn't be surprised if his co-workers, his family, his friends come across this video, because that video has over 1 million views. And they're probably pointing at him, laughing at him, because his wife is crying on the internet about how unhappy she is. And I might have to echo the same sentiments as what some of the men have said online. She's getting busted wide open and cracked by another dude. And she probably fell in love with him. And now she's going home to the husband who isn't, scratching that itch like she like. And so she's conflicted. Because there is no logical reason in the world where if your husband is doing right by you, he's treating you right, he's doing all of the things that he's supposed to do as a husband, and you're still not happy, sweetheart, just tell the whole world that you're cheating on him and keep it moving. And I hope he sees your video and leaves your trifling ass. You deserve to be alone. And may karma reap what you need to sow.
All right, to this lady on here that's crying, saying that she's per se she's miserable. She's been married to her husband maybe like I think she said 7 years. She said he's a great man, never did nothing wrong, blah 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 blah. I have looked at some of the videos of people talking about and bad mouthing her and stuff like that. And a lot of men saying that's why they don't want to be married, blah blah blah, because of women don't be happy and stuff. But this is what I'm gonna say: marriages never work out when you marry people for the wrong reasons. I can tell off the top. I don't know who her husband is or whatever, but I can tell you she didn't love that man when she married him, because the things she said, like she said she wanted to travel, she wanted to leave the country and all that stuff. But when you really love somebody, that's things you want to do with the person you marry. You want to travel, go places with them. Her world does not consist of her husband. She talking about things that she wanted to do. And they've been married 7 years. I don't know how old she is right now, but maybe she got married at a young age. Maybe he was a good, had money, kind of secure and all that stuff. And at the time, it seemed like the right thing to do. But I just want to say, if you don't marry people for the right reasons, it's going to always end up like this. Just like a man marrying a woman because of what she looked like. And then when he gets with her, he realizes and marries her, this is a headache. He got to work himself to death because she always want this, she want that. He has no peace. You, on the other hand, married somebody for whatever reason you married him for, but it wasn't the right reason, because now you saying you not happy and the man is doing everything right. So in my head, I was like, if a man doing everything right, he's not cheating on you, he's not mistreating you, he's not beating you, you didn't say the bills were behind, you didn't say we starving in here, evidently you do not love the man and you married him for the wrong reason. I don't care what nobody say. When anybody marries somebody for the wrong reason, they are miserable. I don't care what nobody say. It's a lot of men on this app need to be crying, because when they think about how nice and beautiful that woman was and all this stuff, and she was so perfect, but at the end of the day, she's the worst headache he ever had. I'm telling you now, we as women and men got to learn to marry people that we really want to be with and not think about the benefits that we're getting just from marrying them. And that's why it goes south. She clearly is unhappy, because not because he's not a good man and not because he's not a good husband, because she told you he was. She's unhappy because he's a good husband for somebody else, but she doesn't love him like that.
That Diary of a Happy Black Woman story is a cautionary tale of being with a man who loves you more than you love him. She's in her car crying because she's just so selfish and she can't fathom putting herself in the position to be inconvenienced enough to care about her husband's feelings. I don't know the background of their relationship, how long they've been together, how they met, none of that. What I can guarantee you is that that man lived throughout their courtship him being her personal yes man. And I don't mean in a way of you're my queen and like I want to just nurture you. I think it was to the point where she just viewed him as like a personal assistant or like a pet or accessory in her life. I think they had a nasty combination of him being the one to constantly want to make her happy, and that was like his purpose, his goal in life was to strive to make sure she wanted for nothing, and she feeling deserving of that, to the point where there wasn't a reason for her to have to consider his feelings, because as long as she was happy, he was happy. She didn't have to view him as an individual with needs. So it just made sense to marry him, because why not? Life is good now as your girlfriend. Life is going to be great as your wife. She didn't anticipate the fact that now as a wife, there are higher expectations. I think maybe he's like, okay, I deserve some type of respect now too as your husband. And this is foreign to her. This is not a concept that she had to even fathom before. And that's why she's sitting there crying, because she's devastated. She's devastated that now she has to live up to this expectation that is just so unreasonable. It's so unrealistic. She has to do a complete 180 from the lifestyle that she's used to of just putting herself and her wants and needs first and having a partner who does all that too. Now she has to sacrifice that to also kind of consider his feelings. I say all that to say, if you do live by that motto that a man should love you more than you love him, with time, you have to make sure at least your respect, not your love, at least your respect catches up to the amount of love that he has for you. Because a woman with no respect for her husband is a diary of a happy black woman. That diary.
Kendra is now trying to convince us that her psychiatrist.
You're right. I know y'all seen that video, and you see my face? Because I'm just like, want to, can't get to, and get to, no want to. What do you mean that this man is a good man, but you're tired of dealing with him? Marriage isn't for everyone. I'm going to keep it cute and not go too deep into it. And I'm going to say this. If you know you are someone that likes being alone, maybe marriage just isn't for you. There's no way you love that man or like that man to not be okay with being with him for 7 years. There's no way I'm marrying somebody that I don't like. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. On top of that, people are in the comments seeming like they're miserably married too. Like, y'all, divorce is a thing. You don't have to get married.
When the backlash became too much, she came back with some other videos further explaining herself, saying that having a good husband and a providing husband does not mean that you have a happy marriage or you'll be happy in the marriage.
We all have been told a lie that if you do meet the right person or the person that's absolutely perfect for you, that you will have your happily ever after, because that is absolutely a lie. I don't know why we have this brainwashed thinking that once you meet this person, you have to stick it out with this person through good or bad, through right or wrong, through ups and downs. You don't have to do that. Like, marriage isn't for you to suffer in, it's for you to grow in. And more people, because we did not have these type of conversations from the older generation telling us the truth about their marriage because they were holding up some type of pride, or most likely it was just like really their ego. But like, I don't even want to say that, because back then they were reliant on each other. They were very codependent. But now we have the opportunity to be our own selves, and maybe that will be the downfall of our human like growth. But then at the end of the day, my happiness is my priority, and you cannot be in a successful marriage with anybody if you don't take care of yourself first.
So I'm pretty sure everybody knows about this video that's going around about this woman, you know, who was crying in the car talking about marriage and how it's not worth it and things of that nature. I'm gonna be honest with you, this is what I heard. I heard fairy tale, marriage, good man, not enough. Okay, well, here's my thing. That type of person should not be married. That's all I'm going to say about it. If you people need to start really considering the cost of what it means to be married. In everything you do, before you do it, you consider the cost. If you're not built for community or union with another person, then don't get married. There is nothing wrong with staying single, right? So you really can't, I can't paint the man at any fault in this, because she said he's a good man. She said she has a fairy tale marriage. They're traveling, but she don't like the fact that she got to consider somebody else's feeling. So all I heard was really a I, and I don't know how else to read into that situation. So I just think that women and men need to consider the cost of marriage before they get married. The in and outs, the ups and downs, the ugly, the bad, all of that. And if you don't want to sign up for that, then do not get married.
She almost got me. I ain't gonna lie, I had to send this joint to my girl and gotta get a little bit of mind reset. I had to get a factory reset real quick after watching that, because she almost got me. I almost was pissed off. Because how inconsiderate. I was watching that joint like, am I tripping? Or is there something wrong with her? And I looked at the comments, I'm like, no, they all agreeing with her. Like, they all saying like, oh, I got a good man. He protects me. He provides for me. Take care of me. He take me on trips. We go on vacations. We have a good time. He takes me on dates. But I still just can't consider his feelings. I've never seen a more selfish, like self-centered comment section a day in my life. Are you insane? Like, that man does everything for you, and the only complaint you have that has you crying on the internet, embarrassing yourself. I would never cry on the internet and embarrass myself in the first place, but you embarrassing that man. I know somebody done sent it to him, and your wife crying on the internet talking about how she's so self-centered that she don't want to be married to you because you do everything right, and she don't want to consider your feelings on an everyday basis. I almost got pissed off for the dude. I had to get some reassurance from my girl to be like, whoa. Is this a common thing or what? Like, cause what the fuck is, what? What is going on? Do you know how self-centered? Bruh, that is a character flaw. We as humans are meant to love one another. Like, family-wise, like, you want to see your parents. You want to see your brothers, your sisters, your cousins. You want to chill with them, have good time with them. When you grow, you want to grow with them. You want to take vacations with them. I'm going on vacation with my brother and my mom this October. Like, y'all really do not like y'all partners. And I think it's because a lot of y'all women got with dudes that you don't like just because they provide. And that's insane. And the fact that you blaming a man for you not having any type of individualism as a person, as a grown adult woman, you're a loser. We not calling these women losers enough. Like, if your whole life got swallowed up into a man, you're a loser.
is that it's always best to just...
Oh. Yeah, honey, go in and get that divorce. Get that divorce. Don't fight the temptation. Don't fight the feeling. Get the divorce. Save you and that man right now. Because imagine being her husband and you probably at work eating lunch and you see this on TikTok. See, I'm gonna tell you what's really the problem here with baby girl. And it's either two things and only two things. So argue with your mama. One, she's probably have made marriage her entire lifestyle. And I think that's where a lot of women go wrong in life. When you try to make marriage your only identity, your only lifestyle, your only claim to fame, you're gonna feel a sense of unfulfillment. It's the truth. I think that's part of the reason why a lot of women, you know what I'm saying, they're not happy in a relationship, because they've just made marriage their only identity and probably ain't got no other hobby, probably ain't got nothing else to do in their spare time to keep themselves preoccupied, and they get bored of it. You know what I'm saying? Or two, and it's more likely two. Okay, that woman don't step at that marriage. I'm being so serious. I'm not laughing at the whole situation. I'm being so serious. She probably stepped at that marriage, and it probably went down a little something like this. She going through some hardship in her marriage. She's not happy. She don't know what to do, and blah blah blah. And then on a random Tuesday, she met this tall, strong, handsome man. Got a and they started off talking. It was innocent, just talking, making small chat, you know what I'm saying? And then one fateful day, he drove her ass to that mattress. I mean, through the mattress, through the floor, through the balcony, through the kitchen floor, through the bathroom floor, to the bathroom. I mean, just rocking that girl's world, making her feel alive, making her feel desired. And then she got to come home to the perfect guy. Not because she probably don't like him, or it's probably not because she don't love him. But it's every day she got to be reminded, as she sleeps in the same bed with him, she got to be reminded that she let another man rearrange her guts.
For one, she needs to go seek help. But I find this crazy because you don't work, you travel, you don't have kids, your husband takes care of everything for you. He is nice to you, he is kind to you, he loves and protects you, and you're still not happy. You still need more. This is what happens when selfish people get into relationships thinking they don't have to work on themselves and that the marriage is going to work on it for them. And the kicker is that if you go to that video, in the comment section, you will see the narcissist actively feeding her on, saying things like, oh, you know what, having a good man is just too much. It's exhausting. It's tiring. Oh, my husband expects me to still clean and sleep with him. Oh, yeah, he takes care of me, but it's just a lot. If you hate your husbands that much, you want women, or you want to be alone. Just be alone. But what's the crazy part about this is that you emotionally done checked out on your husband. You emotionally done left already, but you don't want to physically leave him. You're literally keeping a prisoner because of your fears and your insecurities of being alone. That's wild. Whenever I see videos like this, I really thank the Lord for my wife. I swear to God, she is perfect. She's cosmic stardust. Like, she's amazing. Because I could not imagine just scrolling, minding your business, loving your partner, and then you see them crying online after you've been breaking your back, taking care of them, loving them, protecting them, honoring them. Let that man go.
In as much as there are a lot of people who are criticizing her for whatever she said and coming on social media to cry about her perfect marriage, there are also a lot of people who are sympathizing with her, saying that they understand what she's going through, that sometimes having everything does not mean that you'll be happy. So there are a lot of people who are defending her, but there are more people who are criticizing her and accusing her of cheating on her husband.
Y'all men are not listening. Y'all missing the whole video with that young girl. Y'all is missing the whole point, and then y'all wonder why some of y'all end up being alone. Okay, because I've seen, first of all, I spoke on the video myself yesterday, but I'm seeing fellas on here now saying she this and she that because you know what y'all heard? That he's a good man, that he works. That's all y'all heard. And because he works and he's a good man, you don't understand why she's crying saying, I don't know if marriage is the right thing. Or should I got married? She's right. Because what end up happening, and it's not everyone, what end up happening is y'all still get to be y'all men. Y'all still get to hang out with y'all boys. Y'all go to work and y'all bring the money in. You may give her the money, but you may just make sure the bills are paid. You get to watch TV. You get to watch your sports. You get to go and come as you choose because you the man. While the women sometimes give up. Like, if they were going to school, they stopped going to school. You know why? Because they end up having the babies. Then after they have the baby, they still got to make sure home is clean. They still got to make sure that when you come home, that you have a hot meal. Remind you, some of these women also work and help pay the bills. All of a sudden, their dreams and their goals are not important anymore because they're now a wife, they're a housekeeper, and they're caretakers. They're not the woman that you spend more time laughing with your boys and your co-worker girlfriends than you do when you come home. You don't even ask how she doing because you know what? You paying the bills. You working. You not cheating. So you a good man. But what about the woman? What about her needs? And that is why a lot of women get lonely because y'all think because all you got to do is pay the bills. And then the women get lonely and you misunderstand when she said, I want out. And then sometimes y'all think, child, it's her loss if she leave me because I'm a good man. No, because once she leave you, she going to be more careful of the next time that she makes sure she don't lose herself. And she may find a man that makes sure that he's a good match. So play around and lose your woman thinking just because you pay the bills is okay. Now, I hope you get it. You fellas who think, oh, she's slow. Something wrong with her. That's a good man. Yeah, a good man who forgot that he married a woman, not a housekeeper, not a caretaker. A woman who still want to be loved, who still want to go out, who still want to feel special, who still want to remember who she was in the first place.
More people should be more concerned about how the relationship feels rather than how it looks, because the reason why authenticity feels so weird to most people is because they're living in shame. They're more afraid of like the backlash of like what it's going to look like if their relationship fails, if they're gonna have like a hiccup in the road, rather than being honest with themselves and talking about it. I used to operate that way. I used to operate in like, oh, if I'm not having a positive emotion, like this isn't something that I'm supposed to be feeling. And that's like detrimental to your mental health. Because in all actuality, nothing's ever going to be perfect. If you live in this constant state of like fear or shame or like surveillance that you must be doing something right, or you must be taking everyone's like feelings into consideration, or you must be this positive person, you're gonna go crazy. That's why so many people are unhappy, because instead of just like actually realizing that it's okay to be a negative fucking person, it's okay to have these negative feelings because we're all human, you're being oppressed, because that's how the system keeps going, is if you keep going. Sometimes it's okay to take a break. I just wanted to come on here and hold myself accountable and apologize for my recent video. I didn't realize on social media we were only supposed to highlight the best moments of our lives. I didn't realize how my situation would affect so many people. Next time, I promise to never be an authentic creator and express my feelings on here about common issues we all face in all aspects of our lives. I truly am sorry how many people I offended by being vulnerable and just expressing my feelings about my life. I encourage, especially women, to continue suppressing their emotions and being fake about every aspect of their life, because we do not need transparency on social media. Instead of trying to relate to people or find people who feel the same way you do, you must continue to admit that everything is fine when everything is not, because that may come off as ungrateful and not inspiring. So remember to suck it up and be grateful for everything in your life, because someone has it worse than you.
Now, here is my take on all these things. I honestly do not see her as a bad person. One thing I know, and I feel like a lot of people are not understanding, is that marriage is not for everybody. That is something everybody should understand. Marriage is not for everybody. Being with a man is not for everybody. There are some people who will be with a man and they will still be feeling unhappy. Sometimes your life revolve around your own happiness. I also see that she come off as a bit selfish, but maybe that is her personality. I'm not going to judge her. One thing I know is that being in a marriage does not mean that you'll be happy, because marriage do not answer everything. Marriage is not the answer, the ultimate answer to a happy life. I feel like finding your calling and finding what make you happy before going into marriage will give you more happy marriage. Also, she looked very, very young, and she said that she have been married for 7 years. That means she married very, very early. She jumped into that marriage very early, so maybe she's feeling unfulfilled. And also, we don't know about a lot of things in the marriage. A man can be a provider. A man can give you everything. A man can take you to travel across the world, but then they will not give you attention. They will not give you sexual satisfaction. They will not give you a lot of things that will also spice up the relationship. So nobody know what she's passing through. She's the only person that know what she's passing through in the marriage. So I feel like before we judge people, we should know that it is not in our place to judge people or say what we don't know about people. I personally do not see her as a bad person. I will always say this: marriage is not an achievement. Marriage is not the key to happiness. Marriage will not give you happiness. You need to find your own happiness before you be happy with somebody. If you cannot make yourself happy, you will not make anybody happy. But guys, I want to know what you think in the comment section.